Hi guys, I'd like to do a quick video, third installment on, black businesses and, black men who build. So I wanted to do a little bit on Tracy Maitland. Now, this is a lovely story. Now, this guy, Wall Street guy, he has he actually founded a company, Advent Capital Management, and they deal with convertible bonds. So listen, this guy, he's one of the titans of Wall Street. He has one of the smaller firms, and I say that smaller, in the relative world of Wall Street. I mean, I've seen, between 9 to $11 billion AUM, which is assets under management. So his company manages that. Now he deals with convertible bonds. Now convertible bonds, like, we're going to be quick with this. Convertible bonds are just basically, where distressed companies may issue a bond to the investor, and the upside to the bond is, hey, if the company starts to do well and recovers, you have equity because you can convert into equity. If it does poorly, you have first claim on, or you're very high in the priority or seniority, they call it, in getting your funds back. So Tracy is he's very educated, went to Columbia. He, graduated in the 80s, did a fantastic stint at Merrill Lynch, and now, he went out and started his own firm. His firm has, approximately 50 to 60 people, and, they run a lucrative business. And, what has happened to Tracy and people in this convertible bond world, which I saw that it's about 650 to $700 billion total assets under management in the US. That basically, because of the pandemic, a lot of companies like cruise ships needed to get funds in. So they go to these companies like Advent Capital, to market these bonds out there. And, basically, as his company, Advent Capital Management, as an investment advisor, has its clients, and the majority of his clients are institutional clients, bigger companies. I saw up to 90%. And so, it's lovely to see someone like him, really doing well. And you know what? There's not a lot about him on the internet. This guy flies under the radar, does his thing, does his work, and, enjoys his life. Now, why I wanted to do a little coverage on him is because there are a lot of unsung, successful black men out there who do their business. You're not going to find them on the cover of Wall Street Journal. You're not going to find them, being told about. But we constantly need to be reminded that these men are out there, black men, doing a lot and creating a lot. Now, as I've been doing this series, what I've noticed is that there is a bit of a commonality. And the commonality I'm finding with a lot of these people who are successful is that, number one, I found out that their parents tend to be a bit educated. So both his parents are very educated. His father has an interesting story that he was, like a surgeon, and he actually operated on Dr. Martin Luther King. So, he came from, a fine set of parents. His mother, I understand that she's a postgraduate. And so, when you look at that, he has both those parents driving him. He became where he is. And to be in Wall Street, you have to have impeccable integrity, because your integrity is the most thing, is the best thing that it's actually your table stakes. If you don't have integrity, you cannot get these license and all of these things to do what he's doing. So he has kept his nose clean. He has integrity. He runs his business. He heads his firm. And, his net worth is somewhere between $200 to $300 million. And, this man is a self-made man. This is what I find as a great example of what is possible. And why I want to do this series, and I want to do more on this, is a lot of young black men are out there now, and they're, where, Tracy Maitland was maybe 40 years ago, because, he was in the 80s that he went to school and came out. And what I'm saying is, that early time is when people, go to these big firms. So he went to Merrill Lynch, you learn the trade, and then you start your own fund. And it's important that we understand that there is an entrepreneurial set of men out there who are really building businesses, doing well, and we need to reflect this more. So this is an installment, as I said, third installment. I plan to do a lot more, because what I want to stress in this is what is the possible. And men like Tracy Maitland, they're unsung heroes in the community, and we need to ensure that people understand the great things that these guys are doing. Thank you, guys.